Hello everyone and welcome back. In this lecture we are going to learn about synonym mapping in our index. Now synonym mapping is a search service level service. So you can create a synonym map at the search service level. So you can see there is no index name specified here. And same synonym maps can be used across multiple indexes. Right now you can create synonym maps using API endpoint only. This is not available through your console. So we are going to create a synonym map using this endpoint. Now there are two types of maps that you can create, and all the synonym rules or the words are separated by /n or new line character in a string. And right now synonym maps follows Apache Solr format. We don't have to dive deep into that format, but just for your information, internally synonym mapping is done using Apache Solr format. Now two type of synonym mappings are equivalent mapping and explicit mapping. Now under equivalent mapping you can have a number of terms or words equally weighted. So no matter you type street, strt or st in your search query and look for it in a field in your documents, they will be equally weighted when the search is done. And in explicit mapping, all the left hand side terms from the arrow symbol will be replaced by the right hand side term. So this can be used in cases when you know that all your documents have downtown, for example, mentioned under the local area. So you can convert all your left hand side or other acronyms that people can use into downtown before making the query. Let's go ahead and see a synonym mapping example. So before creating a synonym map example, let's see the use case to create one. Why do we need synonym map? Now let's see, for example, in our dataset we know that we have a lot of addresses which beach space F or just AV, the acronym for avenue. But what happens if somebody types in avenue, right? And if we do a quick search here, we are not getting back any results, right? To solve this problem, you can have a synonym mapping created in your search service, which for example maps F, A, avenue and treat them all equally, right? So for example, I want to create a search map for my property search service. So this is a URL /synonym maps, then the API version. We don't need search here. I'm going to remove that. Now this will be a post call, and in the body we need to define at least 3 terms, the name of the synonym map. So because I'm using street acronyms, I'm going to name it street map. The format is Solr, so this is the only format supported here, so you cannot change this. And then the synonym. The synonyms go in as a string separated by a new line character here, \n, and then you can have as many synonym mappings mentioned here. So this is another example. You can have similarly crescent. So in the same way you can have thousands of synonym mapped here, but each of them has to be separated by a new line character, right? So these are example of equivalent mapping. I have one example for explicit mapping, where if somebody types TWTN or DT, it's going to be converted to the right hand side of the arrow, which is downtown, before the actual search is made. And also I'm going to change the mapping name to, let's say, street mappings. and then create it. So our street map has been created. Now the next time I want to update this map, I need to provide the mapping name in my URL here after Synonym Maps, and also you can change it to put request, and here I can add more examples. For example, some people type E or East, these are same things, and then send it. So our mapping has been updated. So a synonym map is created, and in the next lecture we are going to see how you can use index API, index management API, to map this new mapping to index fields, and we will see it using, and we will do it using REST APIs. That's all for this lecture, and I will see you in the next one.